Okay, peace and love guys, welcome back. So yeah, on my third time going to the temple, and bear in mind I'm still committing crime during the week and stuff like that, so I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna say living a double life yet, because I wasn't that engulfed in the temple life, but yeah, I was still kind of, you know, low-key just doing you know, filling up my pockets and sustaining myself. So going to the temple for the third time for the Wisdom Wednesdays, it was lit. And you know, they're preaching some knowledge. You know, we're chanting the Hare Krishna Maha mantra. If you don't know, it's Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's the Maha mantra. It's powerful as fuck, but I'll get to that anyway. So we do like, that's like one meditation, we'll be singing that. We do around the pranayama, which is like this. And that's like alternate nostril breathing, which actually cooled me right down just then. And actually this Ayurvedic guy told me that that was my master key, so I should be practicing that a lot more. So yeah, we do like one round of that, and then we do one round of Om chanting, where everyone just omming it up, and then we sit down and we have the prasadam, and you know. So yeah, the third time I went there, my brethren said, he's like, look man, there's this thing going on next week, innit, where like you stay at the temple for a week. It's like this beautiful temple just outside London. He's like, yeah, it's kind of like a holiday, innit? And I was like, rah man, I think this was, I think we're entering the new year now, so I think this is like just at the start of 2020. And you know me, I'm unemployed and always seeking adventure, and that's why I fuck with Sagittarius, by the way, man. Shout out all the Sagittariuses out there. I fuck with you heavy. I know I can be rigid in my Virgo ways, but I really fuck with Sagittarius energy, because you know, they're constantly exploring and seeking truth and stuff like that, and I can heavily relate to that. So yeah, shout out all the Sagittarius out there, man. You know who you are. And so yeah, I was like, fuck it, yeah, I'll go to this thing. Like if I'm allowed. I spoke to one of the monks, he's like, yeah, you can go there. So I remember like, yeah, in the next few days or whatever, because by the way, it's Bhaktivedanta Manor, which is it's a mansion which was actually donated by George Harrison from the Beatles. He donated his mansion to the Hare Krishnas, in it, and it's literally just in Watford. And you know, it's like a lot of land. They've got like a cow sanctuary there. It's beautiful, in it. So I never knew anything. Like I said, I've read the Gita. I've been to the temple 3 times. I didn't know what I was getting myself in for. I was just kind of like following my heart, and my heart was telling me to go to this place. So I remember I got the train from I packed a little bag. I got the train from Camden, the Northern Line from Camden to Edgware, and from Edgware I got an Uber to the temple. And it was really late night, like on a Friday or something like that. And just as I pulled up in the Uber, it came as like the mind was like, bro, what the fuck are we doing, innit? What the fuck are we doing walking into this temple? Like, you know, the ego last minute was trying to like give me doubts and shit like that. And I was like, no, we're here, innit? So I went in there and I was greeted by this guy called Mohan. Shout out Mohan. Yeah, really relatable brother and really knowledgeable brother, man, on the path. And like he greeted me and he gave me a nice plate of prasadam. And if you know me, I love to eat, man. Like I don't want you to feel sorry for me, innit, but like I've never really been cooked for my whole life, innit, because I've always been living by myself and shit. So I really appreciate when people cook for me, because you know, constantly eating out all the time, man, the food's not made with love, innit. And that's what I learned with the Hare Krishnas. They only eat food that has been made by them and that has been blessed and offered to Krishna, in it. So there's actual science to it, because you know, the love that goes into the preparation to the food, the energy that goes into that, you know, we are consuming that. So if you're going to some mad busy restaurant in London, you know, the chef hates his job, like he's probably sniffing and he's got this mad life, he's putting all that stress into the food, and more time the food's not fresh. So it's like we're taking on that energy. Not only are we taking on the energy from the animals, but we're taking the energy on from the chef. So so yeah, if anyone wants to cook for me out there, I heavily appreciate it, man. I really love that. So yeah, wow, the temple food all my days was banging, but unfortunately it was vegetarian. The Hare Krishnas, they do eat milk and cheese and stuff like that. And you know what, I surrendered, in it. I was like, wow, the knowledge is so superior and stuff like that. So I started, I don't know if I started right away, but yeah, I began eating dairy again. Which actually, interestingly enough, my eczema started to flare up. And I had eczema for all these years. Let me share this with you. I had eczema for all these years, and you know, they're telling me it's stress, this and that. And yo, as soon as I became vegan, yo, my eczema cleared up. And it was funny, it actually came back the time I was with the Hare Krishnas, man. It actually came back, and I had to get this steroid cream and start using it, because I was still eating the dairy for the duration I was with them. But anyways, I got distracted. So yeah, what I actually walked into in this temple was a Be a Monk challenge. Yes, a Be a Monk challenge. I had no idea what it was. I just literally followed my heart and went there, and basically for a whole week, there was about 6-7 of us, all guys. We stayed like in the temple with other devotees, and we literally lived as monks, innit? So like we was waking up at like 4 in the morning, you know, freshening ourselves up and going to the temple room, the little worship room where they got the deities, and taking part in, like, they got like a whole ritual thing in the morning. It's lit, like it's like a rave. All my life, the Hare Krishnas, they know how to party still. Like, party's not the right term, but that's the kind of term that you could relate to. It is lit at 4 o'clock in the morning. They're doing their thing, they're vibing, and they're just consumed with the love of God, innit? It's a powerful force to be with. And let's just say they're doing that for, like, I don't know, like 45 minutes, an hour. And then after that, the Mohan guy, he took us down and he sat us down in this other room, and this is where they start chanting. So 1 second, let me just get my chanting beads. Okay, so yeah, these are the chanting beads that the Hare Krishnas use, and basically there's 108 of these, and basically each one you have to do the Maha mantra in it. So each one is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's 1 time. So you got to do that 108 times all the way around, and you basically do it with this and that. You don't use this finger, because this is the finger, the ignorant finger, they say, something like that, because, you know, it's like, you know, pointing and stuff like that. So you basically have this little bag, which I don't have, and you put it in a bag and you just go Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, and you go one by one. So basically they do 1 round is 108 times, the whole thing round, and they basically, the minimum requirement for them is 16 rounds. So 16 times 108, I'm not good at maths, just do the maths, but basically the guy sat us on the floor and he's like, look, he showed us about the chanting. So I never chanted before. I read in the Bhagavad Gita about the Maha Mantra, about the science of it, and you know, here I was literally. So the guy's like, he sat us down, I'm sitting there cross-legged, like it's probably like 5 in the morning this time. I'm feeling really elated from, you know, all the worshipping and dancing that we was doing, and yo, I'm starting to chant the thing. We're all doing it around together, and I'm like, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yo, I keep on doing this thing. I keep banging it out. And yo, the thing just took me somewhere else. Like, I'm not gonna say I had an out-of-body experience like that one where I came out and saw myself, but I was completely taken out from my physical being, and my mind went completely somewhere else. It was a very magical thing. It was strange as fuck. Like I said, the temple settings is powerful. It's powerful. 5 in the morning, chanting the holy name for the first time, because there's a science, you know, there's a science to the words. And yo, I remember I come out of it and it's like, because I was just proper on a roll. People must have been looking at me like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Like, it wasn't even me, it was just flowing. And I was like, I just completely left my body and I came back. And it was like, whoa, man, it completely done something to me again. This peace I felt in my heart, just like the first time I ever meditated, and just like the first time I ever prayed Salat. Yo, the first time I ever chanted the holy names, it was showing me, yo, that this thing is real again. 3rd time round now, it was like, yo. So this actually happened for the next 3 days. And actually on the 3rd day, when I was going deep inside, I actually saw like this like mini kind of Krishna, because they picture Krishna as blue, in it, like he's like a this blue deity. And I actually saw this little Krishna come up in when I was like in meditation, and then like it literally came up and it literally went. And some of you, that will sound weird, but it was profound as fuck. It was profound as fuck, innit? So anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.